everyone, it's me, Katie Beth again, and today we're going over making cute little button earrings. I like the monster ones. I'm a big fan of the monster button earrings. I get these at Joann'sfabric. They have a bunch of different kind. They have Disney, chickens, random things. My favorite are the Super Freaks, which were these ones, and these monster type of buttons. And then also I'm a big fan of the Wild and Wacky. I like the little googly-eyed monster things. So let me show you how I take these from button to earrings. My new favorite place to get earring backs is Hobby Lobby. They just have nicer ones than Joann's or Michael's did when I checked it out. So these are the clip-on backs that Hobby Lobby had. Whereas Joann's has these types, so similar to these, but maybe it's just because gold's really not my favorite color, but I'm also excited to use these clip-on ones. But you can also use regular pierced ears type of earrings, and they also come with an assortment of backs. And aside from earrings, you can still use these buttons to make buttons, like pin buttons, or rings. So these are some ring backings that I got at Hobby Lobby, so I'm going to use some of these today too. So first thing we have to do with these buttons, they all come with, of course, the button on the back, which are awesome if you want to put them on anything, but I want to use them for jewelry. So I'm going to be taking this back off. One, you can either use some pliers and twist this off, or you can use a Dremel and just sand it off. So I like to start out, I just use the pliers on my Leatherman, grab a hold of that button, and just twist. Kind of just malforms it. But eventually the button part comes off. But it does leave this kind of scratchy part that you're going to need to sand down or put a dollop of glue on so it doesn't scratch the wearer. But also when you take off that back, the back button part is what keeps the layers of this button together. So once you take that off, they all fall apart. So there's a bunch of different layers that the back button was holding on. So to keep those all together, after I sand this back part off, I'm going to glue together with the E6000 glue, just so this all becomes one piece and not three pieces that'll fall apart. Because when you're putting the backing on, you're just going to put like an earring backing right here or a button back, so it won't be holding any of the other layers. So to make sure the other layers stay together, you're going to need to glue them. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that going with all of the buttons so that we can move on to the next part. So first I lined all the buttons up so I could see what I was working with before I took them apart. So after I took the backs off, I went ahead with the Dremel and started sanding down the little bump that it makes from taking off that back part. And make sure you have a good hold on it, otherwise the Dremel kind of pushes it out of your hands. And it does take the paint off, so that is an issue with doing it this way. But for these buttons in particular, that's the part that's going to be glued down, so it won't really even matter. I just need to get rid of that bump. And then I just go ahead and grab the E6000 glue, and I am using an E6000 glue with less of fumes inside the house to do this with. So then you just glue it, pinch it down, and let it dry. So one of the things to think about is it doesn't make a huge mess, but all of these little after parts, when you're dremeling down, sometimes parts of those shoot off. And so I did have to put my goggles on because I did get hit near the eye when I wasn't wearing glasses. So this is what I ended up with all the earrings after I put all the posts on there. I got rings, pins, earrings, I got it all. So I did finish this batch of earrings, but they kind of need time to dry. As they're scooting around everywhere on here. For the most part, I recommend with the E6000 glue to let it dry at least 24 hours. These Hobby Lobby clip-ons, though, we're using a little glue pad on it already, and those should probably dry 24 hours also. But they seem to be movable and functional, like not slidey around right now. A tip to think about that I hadn't thought of too much before, like I did, but I didn't, is when you're using your buttons, try to find smaller buttons like this guy or smaller, because these large female earrings are really huge. And that's what I did have to put the earring posts, like basically in the middle of her head to her ponytail, just so it would be able to fit onto my head without her ear, like her hair completely stabbing in. But this is immensely huge for an earring. See, like this, see, I had to completely put it on her ponytail. Let's try that one. That one actually is cuter because it was able to clip onto her ponytail and not more on her head. So because the buttons come in a mix-matched bag, if you're getting the same ones from Joann'sfabric, you can kind of mix and match your monsters how you want to. Personally, I feel like the earrings should be smaller, so maybe if you get these giant buttons like this, go for more of the rings. Let's see if any of my rings are finished. Got this Frankenstein ring. It's kind of cute, actually super cute. So the bigger ones might be cuter on rings, or let's see if I got buttons. I did make a little pin set of the Nightmare Before Christmas poison type of things. So we got the Worm's Wart, Deadly Nightshade, and Frog's Breath as a little pin set. And I also put some on some rings as well as earrings. So you can do some kind of different jewelry things with these buttons. So the ones I made previously, like these other monster sets, I already have up on my Etsy account. And when these other ones are finished drying, I'll get them cleaned up, sanitized, and also up on my Etsy shop if you just wanted to shop for them and not make them yourself. And the link for that is down in the description below. Well, thanks for watching today's video, everyone. I hope you got some creativity encouragement to make some crafts of your own. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe at the bottom. And just thank you for being here with me, and have a great rest of your day.